Hi friends, my name is Nandita. I am from Andhra Pradesh.
Good morning, dear students. In this section, you are going to learn about when the earth shook from Environmental Studies Cbse syllabus class 5. Children, let us discuss about the earthquakes. Here, a boy is sharing her feelings like this. There was screaming and shouting everywhere. The ground was shaking and the people were running all around. Screaming loudly, I got up. On hearing me, my mother also woke up. She came running and held me tight. It was the same bad dream. It has been more than 6 years now since the earthquake, but in my sleep, I still feel the earth shaking and trembling. I am Jasma. I live in the Kuchu area of Gujarat. I was 11 years old when there was an earthquake. It was 26th January 2001. Everyone from the village, children and old people, had gathered in the ground of the school to watch the parade on TV. Suddenly, the ground was shaking, people were scared and started running here and there. No one knew that what happening and what to do. There was a total panic. In few minutes, our village was flat on the ground. All our things, clothes, pots, grains, and food were trapped under the stones, mud, and wood from the fallen houses. At that time, everyone thought of two things: to save the people who were trapping and to treat the injured. The village hospital has also damaged. Many people were seriously injured. My leg also got fractured. The doctor treated people with the help of the villagers. 6 of our villagers died. My grandfather, Nana, also injured, are also buried under the houses. My mother wept all the time. Seeing my mother, I also cried. The entire village was sad and disturbed. Houses of Mota Babu, who was the sarpanch of our village, was not so much damaged. He gave rice and meat to everyone from his own godown. For many days, the village's women cooked for together at Mota Babu's house and feed everyone. Imagine being without a house in the cold winter. Fear and the cold kept us awake in the nights. All the time we were worried that there may be another earthquake. Children, let us study why do we get earthquake. An earthquake is caused by a sudden slip on a fault. When the stress on the edges overcomes the friction, there is an earthquake that releases energy in waves that travels to the earth crust and causes the shaking that we feel. Let us discuss the main causes of an earthquake. Earthquakes are usually caused when rock underground suddenly breaks along with a fault. These sudden releases of energy causes the seismic waves that make the ground shake. The rocks are still pushing against each other but not moving. After a while, the rocks break because of all the pressure that build up. There are main 5 causes of earthquake. The main 5 causes of earthquakes are volcanic eruption. The main cause of the earthquake is also volcanic eruption. Tectonic movements. The surface of the earth consists of some plates compressing of the upper mantle. And another one is geological floods. A geological flood is also known as a displacement of plates of the original plane, and man-made causes and some minor causes. Let us discuss the 5 largest earthquake ever recorded. Valdivia, Chile in 22nd May 1960, Prince William Sound, Alaska in March 28, 1964, Sumatra, Indonesia 26th December 2004, Sendia in Japan 11th 2011, Russia, November 4th, 1952, and Chile, Biobío area in 27th February 2010. Then let us see how to prevent these earthquakes. We cannot prevent natural earthquakes from occurring, but we can significantly mitigate their effects by identifying hazards, building safer structures, and providing education on earthquakes safety. By preparing for natural earthquake, we can also reduce the risk from human induced earthquakes. Let us discuss some disadvantages of earthquake. Earthquakes can be very dangerous if you are in the wrong place. They can make a building falls down and set landslides, as well as having many other deadly effects. An earthquake that occurs at the bottom of the sea can push water upwards and creates massive waves called tsunamis. Let us see how human causes earthquakes. Mining, dam building, and fracking are among the causes. Just like earthquake caused by nature, human-induced earthquake have the potential to be dangerous, even deadly. And geologists are only just beginning to understand the precautions these earthquakes could have no people and the environment. Then, where is the safest place to be in an earthquake? Do not stand in the doorway. An enduring earthquake image of California is collapsed about adobe home with the door frames as the only standing part. From this came our belief that a doorway is the safest place to be during an earthquake. True, if you have lived in an old unreinforced adobe house or some older wood frame houses. Now let us see how the earthquakes are recorded. The Richter scale measures the largest amplitude on the recording, but other magnitude scales measure different parts of the earthquake. The USGS currently reports earthquake magnitudes using the moment magnitude scale. Through May, other magnitudes also calculated for the research and comparison purpose. Let us see how is Richter scale calculated. The Richter scale is used to rate the magnitude of an earthquake, the amount of energy it is released. It is calculated using information gathered by seismograph. The Richter scale is logarithmic, meaning the whole number jumps indicate a tenfold increases. In this case, the increase is in a wave amplitude. Researchers use an instrument called a seismometer to systematically measure the ground motion from an earthquake. Now let us discuss about help arrives. For some days after the earthquake, the people from the cities kept coming to see what happened. They came with food, medicines and clothes. Everyone used to rush to take these things. The clothes that we got were very different. We had never worn such clothes before. People from different groups from the city helped us to put up the tents. Staying in these plastic tents in the cold winter months was past very difficult. Some of the people were scientists. They tried to find out which areas have more chances of having an earthquake. So people from our village talked to them many times. They had suggestions about buildings of our houses again. Engineers and architects showed us some special designs for houses. They said that with that design, houses would not get damaged much in an earthquake. But our people were a little afraid. They thought if these people build our houses, our village will not look like our old village. So the villagers thought they would build their own houses with their help. The group would build the village school. We all worked together to rebuild our villages. Some people dug and brought the clay from the pond. We mixed the clay with cow dung and made large cakes. We put this on the another to make their walls. The whitewashed the walls and decorated them with beautiful designs and small pieces of mirrors. We put up all the attached roof. Now our house shines like a diamond in a dark night. Let us see who helped for them. Ahmedabad in January 26, 2001, at least thousands of people were feared dead in an earthquake that struck Gujarat this morning. Many thousands being injured. Army Jawans have been called into the help. At least 150 buildings have fallen in the city of Ahmedabad. In this, there are dozen multi-stored buildings. By this evening, around 250 bodies have been removed from these buildings. It is feared that several thousand people may still be trapped. Rescue efforts are on. There is perhaps no buildings in the city which has not developed cracks. The situation in Buju is even worse. People are running around in shock and panic. Within an hour of the earthquake, the fire engines had reached and started work along with the local people. After offers to help are coming from all corners of the country and abroad. If there is no rain, crops can fail and they can be abroad. But food for the people can be brought from the other places so that there is no famine, which means people would not have to stay hungry and they do not die of hunger. Thank you.